Good morning, students. Today we will discuss about dynamic programming. What is a dynamic programming? It is a technique which is used to optimize multi-stage decision problems. When I say a multi-stage problem, it means it is difficult to identify how to solve the particular problem. So to do that, we use dynamic programming. So what this does is, it will divide the original problem into sub-problems and you will identify the solution for the subproblems, and these subproblems are integrated to attain the solution for the main problem. So we consider here, so you have a dynamic programming main problem. This problem is subdivided into subproblems. This we call it as a stages, and if you identify solution for this stages, you will get the solution for the main problem. Characteristics of dynamic programming. So first we call it as a stage. Stage is dividing a main problem into a sub-problem and ordering in a particular sequence. So this we call it as a stage. The next one is state. Every stage consists of number of states. That is, a sub-problem will have a set of different possible conditions, or we call it as alternatives. This we call it as a state. The decision at each stage converts into a current stage into state associated with the next stage, which means whatever decision we take, that will be converted to a state and that will be used for the next stage, that is next sub problem, so that there is an interlink between the previous stages and the current stage. The next one we call it as a state variable. A state variable is something where we have sets of variables. This variable we call it as a state variable. Terminologies. There are few terminologies available in this dynamic programming. The first one we call it as a stage. The second is an alternative, and the third is called a recursive function. The stage is a main problem which is subdivided into subproblems. These subproblems we call it as a stage. Alternative is number of choices available to solve a particular stage, that we call it as an alternative. Recursive function, it is a measure of performance. Of course, it's a cumulative measure of performance from previous stage to the succeeding stages. So there are two regressions to solve this problem. One we call it as a forward regression. The other one is a backward regression. Forward regression is solving from first stage to the last stage, and backward regression is solving the problem from last stage to the first stage. Here, the recursive function we call it as f1 x1 is equal to maximum of r of m1, which means, so if I want to solve a problem which is related to maximization, we use maximum. So when you go for maximum, for the next stage, it will be maximum of R1, which is related, along with what is the other relations with respect to that current stage. So this has to be continued. This is what we call it as a cumulative recursive function. So the next one we call it as best recursive function value. So it may be a lowest value or a highest value. So for a minimization problem, we use minimum. So instead of maximum here, it will be minimum here. So minimum of R of M1. So for a maximization problem, it is the maximum function. The next is the best alternative. So whatever recursive function you are getting, so in that whatever which is the best function, we call it as xi. So this function, this best alternative is used to identify the best decision. Of course, as we discussed earlier, we have backward regressive function and forward regressive function. Backward is computation begins from last to first, and forward is computation begins from first stage to the last stage. Applications of dynamic programming. So these are the applications we can use dynamic programming. The first one is capital budgeting. Second is reliability improvement, cargo loading problem, shortest part of stage course problem, minimizing total tardiness in single mission scheduling, optimal subdividing problem, and linear programming problems. In our syllabus, we have capital budgeting and reliability improvement. So now we will discuss about capital budgeting. Capital budgeting. Capital budgeting is a problem which is used to allocate a set of amount to different sets of plans available so that we can increase the total revenue for that particular organization. So if I consider an industry, there are an industry which is having a set of plants in Tamil Nadu, Mumbai, or whatever it is. So if I want to how to allocate a particular budget to this particular plan so that I can increase the maximum revenue. So this we call it as capital budgeting. Let us consider the problems here. So you have an organization so it is having a maximum of 4 crores. So in this, how to allocate these 4 crores for 3 different plans. So what is the amount if we allocate and what will be the return? It is given in a particular tabular column. So let us identify the best alternative for this particular problem. How to solve this problem? Let us consider the 3 plants as 3 stages and the amount invested is considered as an alternative, which is nothing but a state variable, which means I have 4 crores, I have alternative 1, 2, 3 and 4. So each we are spending accordingly. So we have 4 columns based on that. And the recursive function here is to maximize your return, which means it's a maximization problem. So let us put a table like this, so indicating alternatives, stages and the functions. So here x1 indicates the number of stages, which means each plant accordingly, and the alternatives. So this one is the amount we are spending, so which means we are going to spend 1 crore, 2 crore, 3 and 4. So this we call it as alternatives. The next one is a recursive function. So identifying the best alternative. So whichever I get a maximum return, it has to be mentioned here. And the next one is an alternative for the maximum value, which means if I get a maximum value at 3, so my alternative is 3. So this is what you have to make it. So this tabular column has to be followed for the entire problem. Let us solve this problem in forward regression. So first stage 1. So we have a state variable x1 which is equal to 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. 0 indicates I am not going to spend any money for stage 1. 1, 2, 3, 4 indicates how much crores I am going to spend for this particular stage. And here f of x1 is equal to r of m1. So let me consider the table here. So in this table, you can able to see that m1 indicates I'm considering plant 1 as stage 1, and whatever the cost and return which I have in the table is shown here. So this indicates, so for plant 1, for 0 cost we have 0 return, 1 cost we have 12 return, 2 costs we are getting 15 return, 3 19. This is indicated in the table that I am writing in the column wise. So now let us proceed. Let me name this as 0. My x1 is 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So this indicates how much I am going to spend. So I am going to spend 0, no money. 1 is 1 crore, 2 is 2 crores, 3 is 3 crore and 4 is 4 crore for each alternative. First, if I spend 0, so which means I won't get any return, so 0. So my maximum value is 0, and the best alternative here is 1. So the 0 is at location 1, so I'm writing it 1 here. So next is one. So if I use 1 crore, so again first thing I can't be able to spend anything, so it is 0. So if I spend 1 crore for second one, I will get a return of 12. So I don't have 2 crores. So only for 2 crores I can go for 3. Only at 2 crores I can go for 3. So which is not possible. So let us proceed accordingly. So for this, the maximum is 12. So the best alternative is 2. Next is 2 crores. So 0. So I don't have any return here. So in 2 crore, I am spending 1 crore here, which I will get a return of 12. So if I spend 2 crores, entire 2 crores, I will get a return of 15. The best is 15 here. So my M1 is 3. So next is 3 crores. First 0 investment, 0 return. Next is in 3 crores I can spend 1 crore here. So in that case I will get 12. In 3 crores I can spend 2 crores, of course. I can get 15. And 3 crores I can spend the entire money, I will get 19. So here the best alternative is 19. So which is M4. So the value is 4. So if I have 4 crores, again there is no change. So this will be 0, and of course this will be 12, this is 15, and this is 19. So the best is 19, and it is fourth alternative. I will go for stage 2. In stage 2, again the state variable is again 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And my f of x2 is previous value plus the remaining, so whatever we are getting cumulative value for this, so that has to be included. So this is the table. So here M2 indicates plan 2. So you can able to see here. So whatever data here indicates a plan 2 data. So which is already given in the question. So that has to be taken care. Now let us proceed accordingly. So previous table, we have to compare with the previous table and we have to solve the problem. So I have the previous table along with this slide. So my variables are again 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So let me start one by one. First one is 0. So I am not spending anything. So the value is 0 here, which is my maximum value is 0 and my alternative is 1. Next, 1. If I have 1 crore, I am not spending any money here in alternative 2, that is in plant 2, but I am spending in plant 1. So in plant 1, so the maximum value is 12. So let us consider this 12. So which means my maximum return will be 12 here, and I can't use 2 crores here in plant 2. So which is hyphen, so others are closed. So the maximum possibility is 12, which is first alternative. Next, 2 crores. For 2 crores, again, so I'm not spending any money in plant 2, but I can spend money in your previous plant. For 2 crores, my best alternative is 15. So I'm spending 15 here. So my maximum return is 15 here. And if I spend the entire 2 crores in this plant, I will get 16. So I don't have 3 crores here, so that will be 0. So the best is 16 here, and the best alternative is 2. Next, let us proceed with 3 crores. For 3 crores, I am not spending any money in this plant. So for that, for the previous plant, I have 19. So my return is 90. So my best here is 90. So the next one is for 3 crores, I am spending 2 crores in this plant and 1 crore in the previous plant. For 3 crores, for the first 2 crores, my return is 16. The remaining 1 crore, my return is 12, which means 16 plus 12, so 28 will be my total return. If I spend the entire 3 crores here, will get 20, and I don't have 4 crores, so there's 0. So the maximum is 28. The best alternative is 2. Now let us proceed with the next one, which is 4 crores. For 4 crores, the best alternative for the previous plant is 19. So that is 19 I mentioned here. So next, if I have that 4 crore, I am spending 2 crores here, which gives you 16. Remaining 2 crores on the previous plant, which will be 15. So 16 plus 15, which will be 31. So the next one is for 4 crores, I am spending 3 crores, which gives 20 as a return, and remaining 1 crore, which gives 12 as a return. So 20 plus 12, which is 32. I am spending the entire 4 crores in this plant, we will get 25. Here the maximum is 32, so the best alternative is 3. Next we will go for stage 3. In stage 3, again the alternatives and whatever it is, so your state variable is the same, and of course f of x3 is the cumulative of the previous table and the current table. So this is the table 3, which indicates plan 3, and my previous table, which is plan 2 table, is mentioned here because that is the best alternative. So we are not going to consider plant 1 now. So the variables are 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So we will again proceed as we proceeded earlier. So for 0, so it will be 0 here, and my best is 0, and my best alternative is 1. For 1 crore, I am not spending anything in plan 3, but in previous plan I can spend 1 and I will get a return of 12. So my best is 12 here. I can't spend for other things, so that will be 0. So the best alternative is 12, so which is 1. So the next one is 2 crores. For 2 crores, I am not spending for this plant. For previous plant, my 2 crore is 16. So I can spend 16 of this value, so that will be 16 here. I can spend the entire 2 crore here in this plant. You will get a return of 9, and I don't have 3, so there will be 0. So the best alternative is 16, which is also 1. Next, 3 crores. So when I have 3 crores, I am spending the entire 3 crore in my previous plant, which gets a return of 28. So that will be 28. So the next is I am spending 2 crore in this plant, which gets a return of 9. Remaining 1 crore in the previous plant, which gives a return of 12. So 9 plus 12, so it will be 21. If I spend the entire 3 crore in this plant, I will get 12. The best alternative here is 28, which gives 1. So it is 1. Let me go for the next one. So spending 4 crores. So if I want to spend 4 crores, so I am not spending in the previous, I am spending the entire thing in the previous table, which means I will get a return of 32. If I spend 2 crores in this, I will get 9. Remaining 2 crores in your previous table, you will get 16. So 9 plus 16, you will get 25. Next, if I spend 3 crores in this, you will get a return of 12. And if I spend 1 crore in your previous plant, you will get a return of another 12. So it is 12 plus 12, 24. So I can't spend the 4 crore for this thing, so it will be 0. So the best is 32, which comes at the first alternative. Now we have completed all our tables. So the maximum returns we are getting is 32 crores. So let us put all the tables here. So this is plant 1 table, plant 2 table, plan 3 table, and let me make a table like this. So from reverse side, so plan 3 is first, plan 2 is the next one, and plan 1, the first stage has to be at the last. So now, to identify what are the alternatives, so 32. So 32 is on the last table. This 32 we got it from alternative 1. So which means my cost I am spending is 0 and my return is 0. So alternative for this is plan 3 is 1, which means I am not going to spend any cost here, and my return is also 0. This 32 can be taken from the next table, which is M2 table. Here 32 is here at this location, which shows alternative 3. The best alternative is 3 here. So for plan 2, the best alternative is 3, which means I am spending a cost of 3 crores and I am getting a return of 20. So now we can split this. So 20 has gone, remaining 12 return. So how do I get that 12 return? So this has to be taken from the first plant. So the 12 is the first table is here, which is linking with alternative 2. So the best alternative here is 2, and amount I am spending here is 1 crore. My return is 12 crores. This completes our problem. So now we will proceed the same problem in backward regression. In backward regression, again the stage 1, state variables are 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. And my alternatives is my last plant. Plant 3 is considered as the M1 here. So whatever the table indicates here is for plant 1. So I am spending it accordingly. For 0, I am getting 0 here. My return is 0 and my alternative is 1. I spend 1 crore. The first table will be 0. I don't have 1 crore in this plan 3. So that is also 0. So 0 and 1. If I have 2 crores, I am spending 0 here. 2 crores if I spend here, I will get 9. So I can't spend 3 here. So 0. So 9. And the best alternative is 2. If I spend 3 crores, 0. I can spend 2 here, which will be 9. I can spend all the 3 here, which will be 12. And the best is 12 here. So the alternative is 3. If I have 4 crores, I can spend here, which is 0. I can spend 2 here, I will get 9. I can spend 3 here, I can get 12. I can't able to spend 4 crores in plant 3, so that will be hyphen 0. So the best alternative is 12. So which is 3. So next we'll go for stage 2. In stage 2, again the state value is 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4, and my previous table is here. The new table for plant 2 is indicated here. So which is having 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So for 0 it will be 0 here, and the maximum is 0 and best alternative is 1. If I spend 1 crore, I am not spending in this plant. For the previous plant, if I spend 1, I will get 0. So which means this will also be 0 here. I can't spend 2 crores here, that will also be 0. So the best is 0 here, alternative is 1. So I have 2 crores. In the previous table, I can spend 2 and I will get a return of 9. So 9 will be here. If I spend here 2 crores, I will get 16 as a return. So 3 I can't spend. So the maximum is 16 and the best alternative is 2. If I spend 3 crores, if I spend in the previous plant, I may get a return of 12. So this will be 12. If I spend 2 crores here, I will get a return of 16. If I spend 2 crores here, I will get a return of 16. And 1 crore on the previous stage, I won't get any return, 0. Which means 16 plus 0, which will be 16. If I spend all these 3 crores here, I will get a return of 20. and the best value is 20 here. My best alternative is 3. Next, if I have 4 crores, I'll spend entire 4 crore in your previous plant, which gives 12. So the best alternative is 12 here. If I spend 3 in this, we will get a return of 16. So if I spend 2 here, I will get a return of 16. Remaining 2, I will get 9. So 16 plus 9, it will be 25. If I spend 3 crores here, I will get a return of 20. And remaining 1 crore, I will get 0. So 20 plus 0, it will be 20. So if I spend all the 4 crores here, I will get 25. So here I have 2 alternatives. So either 2 or 4. So 25 is at 2 locations. So 2 and 4. So I will let me locate both. Next is stage 3. Again, my state variables was 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. My previous table is mentioned here, and plant 1 table is mentioned here. So let us indicate accordingly. So for 0 it will be 0, and my f of 3 is 0, and my alternative is 1. If I spend 1 crore in previous table, I will get 0 as a return. So if I spend 1 here, I will get 12 as a return. So the best is 12, and my best alternative is 2. If I spend 2 crores in previous table, I will get a return of 16. So there will be 16 here. If I spend 2 crores, 1 crore in this, I will get 12 as a return. And if I spend 1 crore in previous, that will be 0. So 12 will be the maximum. If I spend all the 2 crores here, I will get 15. So the best is 16 here, which comes under category 1. Next, 3 crores. If I spend all the 3 crores in previous table, I will get 20. If I spend 1 crore here, I will get 12. Remaining 2 crores, I will get 16. So 12 plus 16, I will get 28. So next, I will spend 2 crores here, I will get a return of 15. Remaining 1 crore in previous, that will be 0. So maximum is 15. All the 3 crores here, I will get 19. The best is 28, which is alternative 2. Next, we will go for 4 crores. For 4 crores, if I spend in previous table, I will get 25. So if I spend 1 crore here, I will get a return of 12. Remaining 3 crores, I will get a return of 20. So 12 plus 20 will get 32. Next, if I spend 2 crores, I will get a return of 15. Remaining 2 crores in previous table, I will get a return of 16. So 15 plus 16, 31. Next, if I spend 3 crores here, I will get a return of 19, as indicated here. And remaining 1 crore, I will get 0, so it will be 19. So the best alternative is, best value is 32, and best alternative is 2. Now let us consider the table, entire table. So here M3 is the last table, which is indicating plant 1. M2 is indicating plant 2, and M1 indicates plant 3. So ordering it accordingly from last stage to first stage. So we will have a column like plant 1, plant 2, and plant 3. So the maximum return here is 32. This 32 comes under alternative 2. So in plant 1, the best alternative is 2, and the cost spending is 1. 1 crore and the return is 12 crores. So remaining after 12, so in 32, 12 crores return has been removed. So remaining 20 crores will be returned from other stages. So the next stage is 20 crores. This 20 crores is in the next table, that is M2 table, so which says an alternative 3. So the best alternative for plan 2 is 3. So here the cost what we spend is 3 crores and my return is 20. So since we don't have no other money, so we spend all 4 crores. So for plan 3 we are not going to spend anything, so it will be 0 and cost as well as return is also 0. This is how we can able to solve the problem in both forward regression and in backward regression.